Alright guys, so today I'm actually at the CN Tower in Toronto, Ontario for Samsung launch event. I'm going to show you guys some new phones like the S26 and the Galaxy Buds 4. And I am all bundled up because it is cold. Let's go.
It should roughly take us around 58 seconds in total to travel up. And at the main observation level, we'll be located around 114 floor high or 346 meter high. And as we're looking out right now, this is the north side of Toronto that we're currently looking at. And if you guys want and ready, there is also two glass panel 2 at the bottom when you look down. And if you guys have any questions, just let me know. Otherwise, enjoy the view.
Alright guys, so just giving you guys a first look at the new Samsung Galaxy S26. I do have the Ultra version here, and this is in the color Sky Blue. Next, you guys can see it in Cobalt Violet, my favorite of the three. I'm definitely a purple lover and it looks really nice. Depending on the lighting, it does look more black versus purple, but it's a very nice color. Alright guys, so on screen from left to right, you can see the Galaxy S26. In the middle, we have the S26 Plus, and at the right, we have the S26 Ultra, and another one with flash. So you guys can see how it is getting bigger in size, and the Ultra does have some extra camera stuff going on there. So now I'm going to show you guys the new cool features that we have in the S26. One new feature is the camera has gotten a pretty cool AI upgrade. So with the camera here, after you take a photo, you can use the AI photo assistant and you can type in things and it will edit your photo based on what you're telling it. Doing an example here, having it change your hair. So that's a pretty cool feature which I tested out and other people tested out, and I think that feature is really cool. For me, you guys can see I did tell it to make my hair blonde. Oh wow. It did, and it does look really realistic, so that's a cool new feature here. And you guys can see right here in the photo, this is Hassan. He decided to get it to give him long hair and it looks pretty real. Another example I took of the Toronto skyline here at nighttime, I did ask it to make it daytime. And you guys can see how it, flips everything to day, the lighting, the details.
And trying to make the change look as natural as possible. In a moment, it's going to turn it from nighttime to daytime, and it's going to look like I took this picture earlier.
Kind of cool to do all of these things with AI. And if you're finding this video helpful so far, please go ahead and smash that like button for me. I'd really appreciate it. Another thing we have are some camera upgrades. So with the camera here, they do have up to 100x zoom. Now, once you are at 100x, you are not going to get clear, crisp, beautiful photos, but it is a cool feature if you do want to zoom in and punch in a lot on your photos. I have some examples of this on screen for you guys. I do think that the 30 and under are pretty usable when it comes to zooming in and retaining a good amount of quality here. And it's definitely a handy feature for when you want to kind of punch in your shot a bit more. Another really handy feature is it has a steady hand mode. So if your hands are like shaking a bit, you could still get a clear shot, as you guys can see with the flower here. So just to show you guys an example, I'm gonna move the camera back and forth a little bit. And it somehow made that blurry mess into a cohesive photo. Another camera feature that we have is the horizon lock. And you guys can see right now it's locked in vertical. So even if I take my hand and I turn it completely upside down, it keeps the frame vertical. So that is really cool. Now, I would not say it's perfect because you do see a little bit of kind of jitters and bumps depending on your hand movement. So if your hand's all shaky and crazy, you are going to see some bumps in the video footage. But if you keep your hand smooth and you're just tilting it, it does a very good job. And I think that could be helpful in a lot of aspects when you're looking to take videos on the go. And now, another new feature we have on here, and my favorite on the Galaxy S26 series, is the privacy settings. So they have a new privacy built in. So you guys know those screens that you would stick on your phone if you don't want people seeing your stuff? They have that built into the phone and you can turn it on and off whenever you want. I do have it turned on right now. You can see when I turn it, hides the content. So people decide you can't really see what you're doing. And now that it's off, you can see again. and you can turn on the intensity and kind of make it more or less strong. And you can customize it to even shield your notifications. So you can have it on regular mode, and when notifications come in, privacy mode clicks in. So pretty cool here. So something that I've noticed about the new S26, the Plus, and the Ultra version is that it's very light. All across the board, they're very light. And I was surprised because the weight of the Ultra is very similar to my Z Flip 7, which is a thinner, smaller phone, flippable, compact. So I thought that was really cool. I don't know what they did to the phone, but it is very lightweight, which is something that I prioritize because I don't like lugging around heavy phones, and that's kind of what stopped me in the past from even looking at the Ultra series, but not an issue now. And here's a quick look at the Galaxy Buds, the Bud 4. They are very compact, the case is very small, and they connected super easily. As soon as I opened up the case, it was ready to connect on the phone. So Bluetooth connection, solid, and I was in a room with like over 100 people, and it connected very quickly right to my phone, even though there's a bunch of phones around with the Bluetooth on. So I thought that was pretty cool that it did have very strong Bluetooth connection. And when I put these headphones in, the sound literally is gone. The noise cancellation is very good, and it was surprising to me because these are buds, they're not over ear things that are completely covering your ears. So pretty good noise cancellation. These are definitely something I could see helpful at the gym, or just trying to block out traffic noise or something if you're on the go. All right guys, another feature of the cameras is the Nightography. So really great low light performance. You guys can see right now the Toronto skyline. I've taken a bunch of photos that I'm showing you guys on screen. They're showing off the lights beautifully, nice contrast, those typical Samsung bold colors. And the pictures look great. The quality looks great. A lot of megapixels in the camera here, a lot of different zoom options as well. And just the nighttime performance is the best I've seen yet from Samsung. So I think the camera here is kind of the star. The camera definitely got some great upgrades here. All right guys, so that is it for my first impressions and kind of first look at the new Samsung S26 and the Buds 4. I'm going to be doing a more in-depth kind of review type video coming up soon, so make sure you're stayed tuned for that. Subscribe if you haven't so you can be notified when I post as well. And if you guys have any questions about these new phones here, S26, the Plus, the Ultra, or the Buds 4, drop them in the comments below, let me know, and I'll be sure to try and answer all of that in my upcoming reviews. And thank you so much to Samsung Canada for the invite, because this was a really fun event to go to. And that's all I have for today. Thanks for watching, and make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye.